Welcome to the Homer Method. I'm Homer, and this is the place where you'll learn how to build a solid foundation in economics and understand how money really works in real life. In today's video, we are going to dive into an ocean of information that most financial institutions and schools never wanted you to know. The naked truth is that most people spend their entire lives fighting against money. Not because they lack intelligence or the ability to calculate, but because they lack a system. They operate in reactive mode, reacting to bills, reacting to emergencies, and reacting to consumer impulses. But today that ends. I have prepared for you an epic roadmap, a 90-day plan that isn't just a list of saving tips, but a complete re-engineering of your financial identity. Get ready, because what we are going to cover here is dense, practical, and has the power to change the course of your family tree forever. Before we take the first step, I need your commitment. If you are tired of feeling like a passenger in your own financial life, hit that like button right now and subscribe. By doing this, you are sending a signal to your brain that this content is important. And stay until the very end, because what I am going to reveal in the 12th week is the master key that separates those who merely survive from those who truly prosper. We are going to divide these 90 days into 12.5 weeks of relentless execution. Week 1 is our ground zero, the moment of truth. Before we try to build a skyscraper of wealth, we need to understand how deep the hole is that we are standing in, or how solid the ground is beneath our feet. Most people have a vague idea of how much they earn, but a completely illusory idea of how much they spend. They suffer from financial denial syndrome. In the first week, your mission is to perform a complete financial autopsy. You are going to go back 90 days in time. Pull up your bank statements, every single credit card bill, delivery app histories, transportation receipts, and even those cash withdrawals that seem to evaporate from your wallet. Categorize every cent into 3 fundamental pillars. The first pillar is survival costs, or fixed costs. This is the price of being alive and sheltered: rent, condo fees, electricity, water, gas, internet, health insurance, and basic groceries. The second pillar is lifestyle, or discretionary spending. This is where the danger and the fun live. The streaming service you don't watch, the magazine subscription you don't read, weekend outings, gourmet coffee, and emotional shopping mall trips. The third pillar is the pillar of the past: debts. Payroll loans, car payments, financing, and the terrible revolving credit card interest. By the end of the first week, you must have a magic number: your personal profit margin. If your profit is negative or zero, your financial life is in a state of emergency. Understand that every successful company knows its acquisition cost and its operating margin. If you don't treat your life like a business, you will never have the profits of an entrepreneur. The second week is about the surgical cut. Now that you have looked the monster in the eye, we are going to take away its power. Many people try to save pennies while ignoring $100 bills. We are going to focus on the big wins. Start with the expenses you pay for out of convenience and laziness. That ride-sharing app you use to travel 10 blocks is a wealth drain. The habit of ordering food through apps 3 times a week isn't just about the price of the food. It's about delivery fees and the opportunity cost of your time and health. Analyze your fixed bills. When was the last time you called your internet provider to renegotiate your plan? The service market is highly competitive, and companies have specific budgets for customer retention. A 10-minute call can save you $50 a month. Does that seem like little? That is $600 a year, or $6,000 in 10 years, not counting compound interest. Multiply that by all your bills and you will see the size of the leak we are plugging. The goal of this week is to reduce your cost of living by at least 20% without sacrificing your dignity. We enter the third week with the concept of automation and the psychology of paying yourself first. The human being is a creature of habit and limited willpower. If you depend on your willpower to save money at the end of the month, you will fail 9 out of 10 times. Why? Because modern marketing is designed by neuroscientists to exhaust your willpower. The solution is to remove the decision from the equation. You are going to set up an automatic transfer for the same day you receive your salary. This money should go to a separate account, preferably at another bank, where you don't see the balance all the time. If you earn 5,000, start living with 4,500. Your brain will adapt to the artificial scarcity in less than 30 days. This is what we call Parkinson's law applied to finance. Your spending always expands to fill all available income unless you put up a mechanical barrier. In the fourth week, we face the cancer of personal finance, high-interest debt. There is no investment in the world, not even the most profitable stock on the exchange, that can consistently beat credit card interest or overdraft fees. If you are investing while owing on your card, you are trying to fill a leaking bucket with a teaspoon. Use this week to list all your debts from smallest to largest, or from the highest rate to the lowest. I prefer the debt snowball method for those who need psychological motivation. Pay the smallest debt first to feel the victory and gain momentum. Call the creditors. Be polite but firm. Say that you are organizing your life and want to settle the debt, but that the current rates are prohibitive. Often, the bank would rather receive the principal amount with reduced interest than sell your debt to a collection agency for 10% of its value. Every dollar you stop paying in interest is a dollar you gain in net worth. The fifth week is the time to build your wall of protection. We are going to focus on the emergency fund. The initial goal is $1,000, but the real goal is 3 to 6 months of your living costs. Think of the emergency fund not as idle money, but as insurance against chaos. Life is going to happen. The car will break down, a pipe will burst, or an incredible business opportunity will arise. Without cash on hand, an emergency becomes a debt, and debt generates more stress, which generates bad decisions. With a reserve, you have the power of calm. You make decisions with a rational mind, not out of desperation. Where should you put this money? Somewhere with immediate liquidity and low risk. Don't try to make money with your reserve. Its goal is protection, not profit. In the sixth week, we open the chapter of multiplication, investing in stocks and productive assets. If you want to be rich, you need to own things that work while you sleep. When you buy a stock, you become a partner with hundreds or thousands of employees who are waking up early every day to generate profit for you. The secret here is not trading or betting on the hype of the moment. The secret is the index. Investing in index funds or ETFs allows you to own the largest companies in the country or the world with a minimal management fee. If you focus on dividends and long-term appreciation, compound interest will do the heavy lifting for you. Imagine a graph where your effort decreases over time while your passive income increases. This is the graph of freedom. This week, understand the difference between price and value. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. The seventh week focuses on your greatest money-making machine, yourself. You can cut all the expenses in the world, but your earning potential is theoretically infinite. The market doesn't pay for your time, it pays for the value you add. If you want to earn more, you need to become more valuable. Identify what the high-income skills are in your field or in related fields. This could be speaking a new language, mastering a data analysis tool, learning copywriting, or traffic management. Invest time and, if necessary, money in education that brings a financial return. Sometimes, a $500 course can net you a $1,000 a month raise. This is the best investment that exists. The return on learning. In the eighth week, we are going to work on the power of intention and documentation. A goal that is not written down is just a wish. When you put on paper that you want to have $100,000 in investments by a specific date, you activate a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. You will start to notice opportunities that were previously invisible. Detail your plan. How much do you need to save per month? What rate of return are you looking for? Who are the people who have already arrived there, and what can you learn from them? Success leaves clues, and recording these clues is your treasure map. The ninth week is about maturity in the use of credit. Credit is like a scalpel. In the hands of a surgeon, it saves lives. In the hands of a child, it causes tragedies. If you still feel that pit in your stomach when the bill arrives, you still haven't mastered this tool. The credit card should be used as a means of payment, never as an extension of your salary. If you pay the full bill every month, You are using the bank's money for free for 30 days and still accumulating miles that can be turned into travel or cashback. But if you are one day late, the trap closes. This week, decide whether you are the master or the slave of your card. We reach the 10th week, and the focus is on net worth. This is the ultimate metric of financial success. Forget how much you show off. What matters is how much you keep. Start a simple spreadsheet where you list your assets: cash, investments, real estate, and vehicles at market value. On the other side, list your liabilities, the balance of financing, loans, and bills to pay. The difference is your net worth. If you do this monthly, you will have visual feedback on your progress. It's like looking at the control panel of an airplane. If the nose is pointing up, you are on the right track. If it's falling, you need to adjust the controls before impact. The 11th week is the week of progress auditing and course adjustment. It has been almost 90 days since we started. The initial enthusiasm has probably worn off, and now all that remains is discipline. Look back. What worked? What were the triggers that made you spend where you shouldn't have? Maybe it's stress at work, or social pressure from friends who have expensive habits. Identify these patterns and create strategies to work around them. If the problem is the mall, don't go to the mall out of boredom. If the problem is the food app, delete the app and meal prep on the weekend. Financial life is a series of small daily victories that accumulate. Finally, in the 12th week, we look at the distant horizon. Where do you want to be in 5, 10, or 20 years? Financial freedom is not a destination where you arrive and stop working. It is the point where work becomes optional. It is when you work because you want to, at what you like, and with whom you respect. Define your lifestyle goals. Maybe it's not about having a Ferrari, but about having the time to watch your children grow up or to travel the world without looking at the price of the menu. Set up a quarterly review system. Every 3 months, come back to this plan. Readjust your goals, increase your contributions as your income grows, and never stop learning. The path to wealth is simple, but it is not easy. It requires you to go against the herd. It requires you to say no to immediate pleasure in exchange for future freedom. But I guarantee that when you hit your first big net worth milestone, you will look back and see that every sacrifice was worth it. If you have followed this exhaustive guide this far, you have something most don't: persistence. To prove to me that you are one of the few who truly seeks change, leave a comment with the word Phoenix. This will be our secret code, showing that you are rising from the ashes of a disorganized financial life into a life of abundance. Thank you for trusting my content. Your future begins with the next bill you decide not to generate. Let's go on this journey together. I will see you in the next video.